Hi class, this is Professor Spitzer. I just wanted to take a moment to reintroduce myself and say hi and tell you how proud I am for all the hard work you've done this past first week. I know there's a lot of requirements with all the orientation tasks and the discussion posts and the warm-up assignment. I will be grading throughout the week. My grading should be done by Sunday, and then I'll start the process over for the following week. I like to take my time with the grading. I don't like to rush it. If you have any questions about your grades, please feel free to ask. And if you have any questions at all, I really encourage you to ask sooner rather than later. Preferably, you can always ask on the weekends, but it might take me longer to get back to you, especially on a Sunday night. However, I would rather you ask than not ask at all. There's no such thing as a dumb question, maybe some weird questions, but that's okay. I like weird. This is all about psychology, right? So, that being said, a few reminders. So initial posts are due Wednesday evening by 11:59 p.m. They will be marked automatically late after that, but you can still post. You will still get some type of credit. Absolutely. And college policy is to have a minimum of 3 replies to 3 different people or myself. That does count. Preferably over 3 different days because that keeps the conversation and discussion flowing. And if you procrastinate and put them off until Sunday evening, it doesn't really do much for the discussion post, and it kind of defeats the purpose of having discussion posts throughout the week. So if you have questions about that, feel free to ask. Also, you cannot copy and paste your responses. That is plagiarism, and that's for any assignment, anything. Technology is so good now, it is very easy to tell what is plagiarized and what is not. I think it's in your best interest to not plagiarize, because otherwise, what are you doing here? All right. Also, posts and responses have to have sources cited. If you are any information that is not yours, you haven't written, you have to cite. I have links in the comments for APA format. For the references, sources, same thing. This is the same for any written assignments as well. And your posts and responses have to be substantial and not just, yes, I agree with what you say. Nope, we want real answers. And feel free to ask a couple questions. You can have a whole bunch of questions as your response, but you can throw in a question or two if you would like. That being said, they need to be a minimum of 4 to 5 sentences. 1 sentence, 2 sentences, that's not acceptable. Okay, if you have any questions, please, like I said, reach out. I do not want any of my students to struggle. I'm more than happy to be flexible with you. Just please don't take advantage of it. Okay, so we are focusing on the intro to psych and psychological research this week. We are going to cover quite a bit, and I really encourage you to, if I post, a response to you and say, do you have any questions? If you do, feel free to ask them. You might have a question that somebody wants to ask but might be too shy to ask. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them within your your responses to other peers or myself, or in your original post. Okay, that being said, so this week we have 2 discussion posts, one about why do we study psychology, one about psychological research. You have a quiz on chapter 1 and 2, and you have a reflective journal. And you can, if you want to cite any sources that you use in your journal, you are free to. This is an assignment that you don't necessarily have to have any sources because it's a journal reflection. I encourage you to be thorough and candid and transparent in your responses. I really enjoy getting to know my students and want them to succeed. And, I want you to be able to get out of this class what you're hoping to get out of this class. All right, class. I will see you in the discussion room. Have a good week.